Welcome to History, Facts, and Mysteries, your gateway to uncovering the hidden, surprising stories of the past. Today, we journey back through time to explore the forgotten technology of ancient civilizations, delving into the ingenious inventions and advanced knowledge that ancient peoples possessed, but which modern history often overlooks or underestimates. From sophisticated engineering feats to mysterious devices lost to time, these technologies shaped early societies in ways that still fascinate scholars and enthusiasts alike. If you love unraveling mysteries and rediscovering forgotten wisdom, subscribe to History, Facts, and Mysteries and ring the bell to never miss an intriguing new video. Before we begin, if you enjoy learning about ancient discoveries and mysteries, consider subscribing for more updates. It really helps our channel grow and allows us to keep making these videos. Thank you for your support. Now let's begin. Innovations in transportation. While the wheel is often hailed as a pivotal invention, many ancient civilizations developed complex transportation methods adapted to their environments. The Inca, for instance, created extensive networks of suspension bridges spanning rugged mountain terrain, enabling efficient movement and communication. The Egyptians utilized intricate canal systems and sailboats to harness the Nile for transport and trade. These transportation innovations highlight how ancient societies overcame natural obstacles with creative engineering tailored to their unique landscapes. Lost metallurgical knowledge. Ancient peoples mastered metallurgy in ways that continue to surprise historians and scientists. For example, the Iron Pillar of Delhi, crafted over 1,600 years ago, resists corrosion despite exposure to harsh weather, baffling experts about the advanced techniques used to prevent rust. Similarly, the production of Damascus steel, with its legendary strength and flexibility, remains only partially understood today. These examples reveal that ancient metallurgists had knowledge and skills that rival some modern methods, yet much of this expertise vanished over time, lost amidst the tides of history. Ancient medical technologies. Medical knowledge in ancient times was surprisingly sophisticated, combining empirical observation with spiritual beliefs. The Edwin Smith Papyrus, an Egyptian medical text dating back over 3,000 years, describes surgical techniques and treatments for injuries with remarkable accuracy. In India, Ayurvedic medicine emphasized holistic healing, while the Chinese developed acupuncture and herbal remedies. These medical technologies demonstrate early humans' ability to understand and manipulate the body's functions long before modern science emerged. Mathematics and astronomy tools. Ancient civilizations developed advanced mathematical and astronomical tools that guided agriculture, religious rituals, and navigation. The Mayans created precise calendars based on complex calculations, while Babylonian astronomers tracked celestial movements with impressive accuracy. Tools such as the Antikythera mechanism, an ancient Greek device, functioned as an early analog computer to predict astronomical events. These inventions show that ancient peoples harnessed sophisticated knowledge of the cosmos and numbers, laying foundations for modern science. A long time ago in China, somewhere around 1200 BC, an inventor by the name of Yu Zhu made a mold for casting bronze ritual vessels. This would seem fairly simple and straightforward until we look at how he actually created this mold. Instead of using clay, as is typical for such molds, Yu Zhu used bricks. Archaeologists found this amazing discovery in 1978 inside a tomb in the mausoleum of Marquis Yi. The amazing thing about this ancient technology is that the mold was reusable. You can tell this by the markings left behind from previous uses. We can also see that there are several layers of vessels inside the tomb. These clearly show that the process of making bronze vessels had changed in ancient China. Before the invention of this brick mold, molten bronze was poured directly into a clay mold. When the clay hardened, the figurine was removed, but with the new technology, multiple vessels could be produced with the same mold. For thousands of years, people continued to use this method for creating molds for bronze work. This next piece of ancient technology was discovered in Bosnia. Here we can see a mysterious artifact covered in strange symbols. At first glance, it may just appear to be a strange rock, but take a closer look and you will see that there are clear geometric patterns etched into its surface. But that's not all. If you look closely, you can see what appears to be a circuit board. Can you believe that ancient people knew how to build electronic devices? Maybe they had much more advanced technology than we realize. Some believe that this mysterious device may have been used to store data or perhaps even used as a type of computer. What do you think it could be? Let me know your theories in the comments below. This next image shows something very unusual. Many people have pointed out the obvious fact that Egyptian pyramids bear a strong resemblance to modern-day skyscrapers. However, we have to ask ourselves, why would ancient builders design their pyramids to look like modern skyscrapers? Did they have blueprints from the future, or was there another explanation? One of the most famous pyramids in Egypt is the Great Pyramid of Giza. When you look at it from certain angles, it is clear that it has been constructed in a way that is similar to modern buildings. Even though each pyramid is unique, it's hard to deny that there are similarities between them. Modern architects have studied pyramids and even tried to build their own replicas. They have determined that the steeper the angle of a pyramid, the more likely it is to collapse. Therefore, the builders of the pyramids likely had to perform some type of structural analysis in order to determine the perfect angle for the steepness of the pyramid. With today's technology, we can study these structures in greater detail and learn more about how they were built. But sadly, much of the information has been lost over time. What you are looking at right now is known as the Baghdad Battery. This was discovered in Iraq back in 1936. While excavating the site of an ancient city near Baghdad, archaeologists came across a collection of clay jars, some containing fragments of metal. After examining the jars, they realized that they were actually sealed clay pots with corks in them. Inside of the jars, they found copper and iron objects which looked like the parts of some sort of electrical cell. What's even more strange is that each jar had a terracotta plug with a hole through the center. The hole was perfectly round and smooth. As you can imagine, this was quite shocking to the archaeologists who discovered them. How could ancient people in Mesopotamia have invented such a thing? To this day, no one is 100% sure what these batteries were used for. Some say they were used for electroplating, while others believe they could have been used to power small devices. Regardless, we must admit that they are proof of advanced technology from ancient times. This next image shows what is called an Antikythera mechanism. This was discovered in a shipwreck off the coast of Greece. The device dates back to the 2nd century BC. It's considered to be the oldest analog computer ever found. The device consists of a series of gears and dials, which would have been used to calculate astronomical positions. It's hard to believe that someone could come up with such a complicated machine without the help of modern tools. It's possible that the ancient Greek civilization was much more advanced than we realize. Could they have had access to technology that is unknown to us? Who knows? What's important to remember is that these pieces of technology are proof that humans have always been capable of amazing things. From the earliest civilizations to the present day, we have always been inventing and innovating, and who knows what the future will bring. Here we can see a group of men working on a huge stone structure. What's so amazing about this is that the stones are perfectly cut and fitted together without the use of mortar. It's hard to imagine how such a large structure could be built without the use of modern tools. The Inca were known for their amazing stonework, but they weren't the only ones. Around the world, there are many examples of megalithic structures that were built without the use of mortar. The builders of these structures were able to fit the stones together so precisely that some of the gaps between them are only a few millimeters wide. This is truly amazing when you consider that these structures are thousands of years old. Take a look at this next structure. It's a giant pyramid with a flat top. At first glance, it may not look like much, but take a closer look and you will see that it's perfectly smooth and level. It's hard to imagine how ancient builders were able to create such a smooth surface without the use of modern tools. The builders of this pyramid were able to create a surface so smooth that it's still used as a flat reference point to this day. When we think of ancient technology, we often think of simple tools like stone axes and arrowheads. But the truth is that ancient people were capable of creating much more advanced technology. The examples shown in this video are just a few of the many examples of ancient technology that has been forgotten about. I'm sure you enjoyed learning about these amazing discoveries. Which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to check out more of our content. Thanks for watching.